that case?
No, that's hanging off too much. No.
Why not?
That's not going to work.
Why is that? I've got it right up there.
No. Would this be fine?
That's what Matt's got.
Alright.
He'll hear you anyway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change the levels, can't you? Get in there. Hello, mate. Whenever you're ready. Welcome one and all to this Adelaide Football League Round 6 clash between Golden Grove and Payneham Nord Union. We're at the Harpers Field. This afternoon's clash, where the 6th place Golden Grove with a 2-3 record taking on Payneham Nord Union, 9th position at the moment, still winless, looking to break their duck. The question for the day is, can they break their duck, or can Golden Grove get themselves back into the top 5? That's the $64,000 question. My name is Matt Gale. Joining me on the call this afternoon is Alex Coots. Great to join you, young fella. How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. How about you?
Very good, mate. Now, let us know what the weather conditions are doing, because it's all happening out here at the moment.
Certainly is. It's 21.8 degrees, heading for a top of 22. We've got 30 to 40 kilometre winds on northeast, so about 3 to 4 goal breeze favouring the right of screen. Perfect ground conditions, and then a possible shower or two developing later in the day, possibly around that 3:30 to 4:30 area. As you just mentioned before, Payneham will look to break the duck and get their first win. And my big call is that Tom Wagner for Payneham, he's going to get a heap of touches, maybe around 20, and he'll kick about 3 goals, being their leading goal kicker, kicking 9, which is equal 6 in the league. And my tip for today is Payneham to beat Golden Grove by 3, the underdogs.
Certainly feel this could be a real nail biter. We just saw in the B grade there. Payneham Nord Union getting up by 11 points and only scored a goal late in the last quarter. All the action on the scoreboard brought to you by Kieran Who Gets It. We'll go through our sponsors: Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatworks, and Kimberley Resorts. And a big thank you also to the Best on Ground. Today they will receive a $50 voucher to the Midway Tavern. And we'll also have the pair of Archies. They're well sought after, the Archies. And the snag of the day, brought to you by Jag Meatworks. Who will jag the snag of the day today? I'm betting that little Cavallaro might be amongst the mix.
Yeah,
and also, big thank you to Farmers Leap Winery down there at Padthaway for their Coach of the Week award. 3 bottles of Random Shop wines. They're absolutely delightful. Please drink responsibly. The goal of the year will be brought to you by Jag Meatworks, and the normal goal of the week, we can almost have a double dip this week, brought to you by Born to Build, and the mark of the week, also brought to you by Born to Build, and the mark of the year, brought to you by Moonlight Suites by Kimberley Resorts. The winner receives 3 nights accommodation in Broome. Absolutely magnificent. So huge opportunity to take the mark of the year and jet set off to Broome. What a wonderful initiative. Now, we've got a huge clash coming up this afternoon. You said Tommy Wagner will be amongst the mix. I'm really looking forward to seeing the likes of Lenny Pascoe, who's the second leading goal kicker there with 13 for Golden Grove, and Liam Verity with 9. There's been a couple of late changes. We'll quickly go through the changes. Out from the original lineup was Mitchell Payne, and he's got a broken rib, and Josh Habel is back in, but there's been 2 late changes. Robinson and Ingram are out of the lineup, and into the lineup's Cameron Shenton. I'm not sure if there was Ducks and Drakes there, but they did announce that on the Thursday night selection to the Play HQ. So Shenton, experienced campaigner, comes in along with Nicholas Collins, and also Habel, as we said. And there's a late change there for Payneham Nord Union, as Felix Scrimshaw come into the side, and Charles Durack is out. And also from the Thursday night lineups, out Ansell, Pippett and Harrison Viney, and in Anthony Giannini, Eli Roberts and Tyler Sparkle. So some huge in there for both sides, and we've got a massive game coming up, and this is a real important clash for both of these teams. Obviously for Payneham Nord Union, looking to break their duck, and Golden Grove been on a bit of 2 steps forward, 1 back this year so far, but looking to stake their claims back into the 5. To bring the opening bounce, Alex Coots for Filming Footy and Sports Interactive.
In the ruck, this will be Mitchell Slater and Nicholas Kelly The taps down, and straight out of the centre goes Golden Grove. Verity chasing. No one mark it, came off the hands of Nye. Benwell, can he get the first? No. Jed Benwell, seeing if he can get a few snags there. He got some big calls also for Golden Grove.
Okay,
Rocky
so
Pascoe with 4 goals, and Michael Cavallaro snag of the day with Jake Pittman getting the best on ground.
So long kick out to our broadcast position. Wagner up against Slater. Ball comes towards Cavallaro, pops one over the top to the pit dog. He swings one right out the back. Smart football there as they go through Habel. Into the side, as we mentioned. Cavallaro, short chip and rug. The pit dog to Shenton. Chisel gripper.
Yeah, Cameron Shenton's in for a big day today.
Shenton moved up forward. That'll be a pivotal move in this clash because goal kicking has been important. They've got plenty of goal kickers, but Shenton just adds another huge dimension to the mix. So Shenton has been a leading goal kicker for Norwood back in 2018. Deliberate approach. Lovely kick off the boot, and the former captain slots through an absolute ripper to get the Kieran who gets his scoreboard underway here.
Yeah, Cameron Shenton, the former St Kilda and Norwood player. He's definitely in for a big day today, kicking the first of the game. We'll go through how my predictions for the season for these two teams. I reckon Golden Grove, they're looking for an 11-6 season, and they'll finish around 4th on the ladder, with Payneham Norwood Unions finishing 5-13. They'll just stay up in Div 1 somehow, as Jake Pittman sparked that first goal with a great clearance at the centre, and then sparked that one as now we go in. Tap down was Kelly, and who's there? Golden Grove get the second centre clearance. Shenton's there once again, bouncing ball over his head, and letting it run out will be Max Wagner, brother of Tom Wagner, as it will be a throw-in. Golden Grove inside 50. Can they get the second of the game and the second for their club? It's thrown up. Verity's in there. He taps it down. And Jake Pittman with a great tackle there. He started this game exceptionally. Get another ball up quickly. Verity taps down with 2 hands this time. Cavallaro. Where's he going to go? Bouncing footy. Bucks in there. It's just cleared out there, and that will be out on the full. And kicking in will be Max Barilla.
So ball beat in all of Golden Grove's half for the opening moments of this clash. Nothing better to get it through a goal on your home deck early doors. Wind assistance would probably go into the right of your screen, a 2-goal wind assistance, but not insurmountable to kick goals up the other end. So the Payneham Norwood Union get their running game on. Chisler down the line, no mark taken. She's a beautiful dishing up and doing the dishes there beautifully. Could have gone to Pittman, goes to Dodd. Dodd a little chimer down the line over the head of Pascoe, and will be the last possession out of bounds. So do the Kleining, new to the line-up this year. Wrestled up against the boundary line, right half-back position. Goes with a long thumper down the line. Could have been infringement in the back, and it is. And it'll be a free kick to Slater. And unfortunately, Nicholas Kelly, a bit of youthful exuberance, giving away the free kick.
So Mitchell Slater, he plays on fast, has the skipper Pit Dog, he's yelling at him, wanting the ball there. Pascoe's under it. Verity, handball off, dishes, and a behind. Gone the way of Golden Grove, so they will add to the Kieran Hiraketsu scoreboard. It'll be 8-0, that behind coming off the foot of Mitchell McKelvey. As a kick in now from Payneham Norwood Union. Got scrimmage wire out there, but instead goes long. Lem Simon's there in a 1-on-1, he can't take the mark. It's a bouncing ball, Golden Grove clear it. Now they can go to skipper Pit Dog, now Buck, backwards. Who's there? Cavallaro on the lead. What can he do? He goes to the pocket. Banwell. Great spacing out there from Jed Banwell. And can he? Oh, he goes fast. Looked right off the boot, but instead it goes to the left of screen. And then now kicking in will be Max Wagner.
So Banwell, 70 games, won 100 goals there for Golden Grove. Couldn't add to the 100, which he been a prolific goal kicker this year. Goes the short one, couldn't quite get it there, was Banwell, but Giannini, safe hands. I'd be delighted to have him back in the lineup. Experienced campaigner with Nord, or could have been 25, and it is. So the pit dog with a little bit of aggressive start might have given away another one. So Rahui gets the double deal there. Pittman, bit of an angry hand at the minute. You want to cancel that out straight away. So Rahui, true centre wing, broadcast position. Just a little one out the line there to Bauer. So Bauer goes short, punch away from Dodd. Needs some mopping up. Who's going to step up? And that is Xanthropoulos, who's been in exceptional form. He's wrapped up and we'll have a free kick at right half forward for Payneham Nord Union. They were pressing for their first scoring opportunity this round 6 clash.
There you go, grabbing out the Ruckles Bauer. He still has the ball, but get tackled by two Golden Grove players there. One being Aidan Thatcher, thrown up once again, tapped down, and a great tackle there from Xanthopoulos. And keeping Payneham scoreless in these first 5 minutes of the game, sorry, 6 minutes. On that Kieran Hirokitsu scoreboard, thrown up again, and no one can get it. It's going to be a holding free kick, going the way of Big Mitchell Slater, backing up for Tom Robinson, who's out of this game for Golden Grove. Over the top, Xanthopoulos, one-on-one, front-on contact, going the way of Golden Grove. So they will look to attack here. He's got Cavallaro down the line, and now coming on down here is Kane Blades, as Long down the line, and precision kick there, out to the far wing. And Golden Grove have options. They go inboard, Pittman's there, spoiled. Golden Grove recover, Lamb Simon, over the top, bouncing ball. Simon's there again, and he gets a great tackle in that centre square. And the umpire won't waste any time, just goes straight up. Bowers under there, Kelly taps down. Simon, back outside, and that is holding the ball. What a tackle there, and now they got advantage. One-on-one, bouncing footy, going the way of Tom Wagner, the skipper. But Golden Grove recovery, he's trying to go through bodies like a brick wall. And back outside, still recovered by Golden Grove. Simon, going to go through the corridor this time. Pittman's there, it's a bouncing footy. Tap down, Banwell with the tackle. Pittman intercepts, great job there. Verity, short, they can go once again, and they do, Golden Grove. Well done there, and now this will be Mitchell McKelvey lining up for his first of the game to add to this Kieran Hirokitsu scoreboard.
So great movement there, just persistence paid off. Pittman being pivotal in this contest early doors.
I got my prediction right with him getting 25 touches. He's probably already got around 5. As we're 8 minutes into this game. Lining up will be Mitchell McKelvey. What can he do directly in front? That's a great kick! Knew he was going in straight off the cane of his boot. Golden Grove, they kicked the first 2 snags of the game. Shenton and McKelvey, they have 1 each. And Payneham, they might want to get a few quick replies now.
So one-way traffic. I think Payneham Nord Union just the 2 times inside their forward 50, but it's been a very strong start here from Golden Grove. They need to make a great start because they will have a slight aid of the assistance. The wind is basically going through the Kieran who gets a scoreboard, just favouring the right of your screen. So Slater up against Kelly. Good work at ground level. Pilkington gets the quick centre clearance. Verity started well. Just kicks it out in front, looking for a runner to run on and provide some assistance. Could have been taken high there, Horskins, not paid. They come back in board. Pilkington dishes off, didn't reach his target, so turnover. Rahui, he started impressively as well, goes over his head. There's plenty of steam in the middle of that ground because the ball is bouncing significantly when it gets in there. Could be a free field upfield, and it's given to Slater. He's looking to play on. Just needs a bit of composure here, Slater. He's got one out the back, goes short. Oh, great mark by McKelvey. He wasn't the intended target. Intended target was Josh Glenn, and McKelvey, right place, right time, and absolutely swallowed it. So McKelvey just kicked one moments ago. Will line up for his second. He could have 3 already. Just missed one. I think it was the first shot on goal for the game. So McKelvey, proven goal kicker, 2023 Division 2 Premiership player with the Kookaburras. looking to get back in the 5 this afternoon. Deliberate approach. 40 metres out. Has he got it? He has, and he salutes. So McKelvey has 2 early ones. And what a flying start here from Golden Grove. 3-3, 21. Payneham Northern Union yet to score on the Kieran who gets his scoreboard. And what a great start here by Golden Grove, Alex Coots.
Golden Grove managing to keep Payneham scoreless as Mitchell McKelvey, Mitchell Slade and Jake Pittman doing a lot of the work so far, with Liam Verity also close behind. So got them so far as my best players for the quarters. He'll be thrown out once again. Nicholas Kelly and Mitchell Slater. He's done well in the ruck to start Slater. So he's thrown up in the middle. Kelly taps down to the advantage of his own man, and now they go out to the wing and just chucked it on his boot there. He's going long down the line. Who's there? Cavalaro's around. Crumbing there is Rahui. Bouncing footy, high up in the air, tap down, lures. And great handball corridor. Bit too far though for Giannini. He gets tackled by Simon. Pilkington catches high. So Pilkington unfortunately took Norris high. Samuel Norris, what can he do? Can he get the first score on the game for Payneham? They're 11 and a half minutes in. It'll be around a 15-metre kick, so they have to work hard for this one. Looks like he's going to take the set shot, and he will. As Norris comes in. Lovely right boot of his, but it goes out right, just a touch. So Payneham get their first score on the game, unfortunately for them, a minor.
Okay, so Xanthropoulos about to do the kicking duties. He's been a really experienced campaigner since coming in. He's played every game since joining Golden Grove, so very durable. And Xanthropoulos, harder to recognise without the slim shady hairstyle this season. He's got Banwell straight up the main street, goes out to the far side. We suspect the ball will be out there quite a considerable amount of time this afternoon. That's cleared everyone, clean bowled, and it'll be a free kick to Matty Nye, the former captain.
McKelvey has a lot of free space in that centre square, so watch out if he sparks something once again for his.
Well spotted there, Alex Coots. So Nye had to go and fetch his own ball. Got a fair distance with that ball, but just clean bowled everyone. That shows the length of the kick from the full back position. Long driving ball. Could have been an infringement there on McKenzie, not given. Ball trickle off hands for a boundary throw in. Wish I could see that Kieran who gets his scoreboard. The fluoro neon lights get me every time here at the Harpers Field, but looking like we're in the 13 minutes down opening term. Alex Coots on call.
On my drive way here, it was very picturesque, some great views in the background. It's back to the action. Simon's around it with a good tackle. Managed to get the handball out. They're crumbing around Payneham. There's another tackle, and it will be a ball up on that far end of the Payneham forward 50. Can they spark something from here? We're thrown out of bounds. Slater and Bauer. Bauer grabs it out of the ruck, handballs over the top. Short kick, over their head. Coming in is Theodorakopoulos. And it's a scrappy footy. Who can get it? Lords is around it. Banwell, handball up. Great smother there by Wagner, the captain. Rahui.
Oh, that's high.
Yeah, and it should be high, and it certainly is. So Rahui will get a free kick. They can spark something now here, Payneham Northern Union. He's going to take his time, look for a lead inside 50. Golden Grove have about 4 players just standing in random spots, not doing much. But they end up finding a player to pick up. Oh, don't tell me Rahui's gone for a shot here, is he? There is no way if he kicks this. Oh no! Oh, just to the right. God, that would definitely be a snag of the day contender if he got that. Brought to you by Born to Build as Payneham get their second score on the Kieran who catches scoreboard. And unfortunately it'll be a minor one with now Joshua Harble kicking in.
So Harble to do the kick-in duties. Goes long towards that broadcast position. Slater, Verity go up. Good big punch from the back from Barilla. Camilaro gets the scraps. Hands it over to McKelvey. Long ball down the line over the head of Glenn. And easy pickings there for Nye. Looking for a switch. Has to go backwards to go forwards. And goes to Maxi Wagner. Goes out to the far side. Finds a safe chest there of Grant Catalano. Catalano goes inboard on the 45. Dangerous kick, couldn't be marked. A little bit of a finger tipper. Ball comes towards Morris, been busy. Gives it off now to Haynes. Haynes pumps it inside forward 50, looking for distance more than anything over the head of Tommy Wagner, and it'll be a free kick. So we've got Pittman in his right back pocket. Not a stack of it. I don't get his Pittman. We can't quite see on that far side. So they got a long kick down the line in the direction of Verity. Punched away with ease there from Mac Haynes. Ball kept in play. Geez, a great tackle. And umpire says, ball it in right in front of the Kieran who gets the scoreboard.
15 and a half minutes in this first term, but just over halfway through. As it'll be a boundary throw in the ruck this time will be Tom Wagner, joined by Mitchell Slater. And Slater taps down with bouncing footy. Advantage of Golden Grove here. Handball over top, that's well done. Now on the ball is Barilla. And now they can go, Payneham. Who's at 2? Down in the 4 lines, a bouncing ball. And punched over convincingly there. So they'll rush it over. And Xanthopoulos will kick it in. He's got options down the ground. Sprinting out there is Josh Harble. God, he's fast. As now they'll go outside. Once again to that far wing, Verity's coming up. And he manages to mark it. That's well done on Max Wagner. Liam Verity, what can he do? He's going to stay on that far side. Pascoe's there. That's great body work by Pascoe. And he's going to look for, he's got a one-on-one downfield. Glenn's leading. He ignores that. And the breeze comes into effect. Falling footy. Straight down. McKelvey's around it. Crumbing. Snapped in board. And they play on quick. Nearly holding the ball. Just got a foot on it. Wagner trying to rip the ball out of his own teammate's hands there as the umpire. He won't waste any time. Balls it straight up. Verity's in the ruck this time. Tapping down. Payneham clear. But it'll come right back in. Going the way of Kane Blades. So on the outside he's got Dobie, but instead goes from outside but forward. And Pascoe has tried to claim the mark even though it was clearly touched. And a double tackle there, Roberts and Kleiny contributing. Verity's in it, Wagner taps down, Tom Variety, Cavallaro tapping out. And out of bounds off the hands of Cavallaro, and now it'll be a throw-in the Golden Grove forward 50, around 40 metres from home.
So Golden Grove pressing for another goal. 3 already on the board, 20-point margin. Well over halfway this opening term now. So Verity up in the ruck, tries to tap it inboard. Plenty of numbers behind the ball for Payneham North Union. Some smart work there by Blade. Stands up in the tackle, gets rid of it, and in the end he gets done. So they play on quickly through Rahui. Goes with a driving ball, straight down that half-forward flank. Well judged there by Haynes. So Mac Haynes just needs to composure, sizes up his option. Beautiful kick. That was his best option. And that is Samuel Morris. So Morris, man on the mark. He's already had a shot from here and sprayed to the right. Testing distance. He got very close to the man on the mark when he kicked from a similar position, but just a slightly a different angle. More on the right hand, straight up the middle, the original one. But Simon, the man on the mark, standing about 48 from home. So he's going to have to kick well and truly outside the paint here. Gives it everything. Geez, that's a beautiful kick. Hits the post halfway up for a minor score. And on the Kieran who gets the scoreboard. 3-3-21. 4 behinds for Payneham North Union. Heading towards time on the opening turn. It's a 19-point margin for Kieran who gets it.
Yeah, well, Payneham's accuracy has cost him a bit this season. Tom Wagner having a strong start to this game, playing a bit of ruck as well, leading the team in goals and best player votes. And now Xanthopoulos has Blades on the outside, now gets picked up by Bauer. So sizing up his options, Xanthopoulos, good short kick, goes through the hands of Buck. A can't kick out there, was none. Bouncing footy, Pittman taps down, Dodd around it, he can't pick it up. 2 number 21s go at it, Sanzo and Dodd, and Pittman just carries him out of bounds almost and then drops the footy. trying to tick down the time on the clock, even though it's only the first quarter, so it'll be thrown up quickly. Dodd and Wagner. Dodd taps behind him. Wagner tackled by Pittman. God, Pittman's had a strong start to this game, the skipper. I didn't predict him to be best on ground and win those Archies, and he's on track so far.
So Pittman having plenty of it. It's got the nose right in the trough this afternoon. Perfect conditions for him. Blustery. Ball's at ground level. Wagner just managed to get a little bit on that ball. Gave it the full Monty. So we clear the ball here. Goes back to Pittman. Dangerous kick. Up to the occasion. Well marked in the end. Got a little bit of wind knocked out of him. That's great work there by Lachlan Giles. So Giles streams away. Lovely left boot. Goes down the line in the direction of Dodd and Verity. Verity holds on. Jeez, he's had a terrific start. He needs to play well this afternoon if they're going to get home. They stream through the middle, through Hubble. Oh, he's speared off a little bit too much to real estate. Is he going to get caught? Well done in the end. Gets it over to Simon. Needs some composure. He's hunted down as well. Strong tackling by McKelvey. Ball at ground level. Pascoe wheels, deals, moves around and wheels that truck right around. They go through a long kick up and it should be punched by Cavallaro at the back. Ball comes to ground. Great work. They go back in board. Need some support. They should clear here, Payneham North Union, as they go in the direction there. It will be cleared by Giles again, so it comes back with more interest and holding on to a nice chest mark there in the end was Tommy Wagner, the captain.
And Tommy Wagner, the captain, strong start to this game. The two Wagner brothers, they are probably Payneham's two best players to start. Tom Wagner, long down the line. Good body work there by Dobie. It's a trickling ball. Dobie picks it up. Now goes backwards to his teammate's advantage. Simon, he's going to look for options down the corridor. Has Xanthosaurus on the far side. Ignores that. Dodd can't take the mark. It could have gotten tripped then. The umpire said no. Harble inside. Verity. Great job to get up there. In board. Who's under it? Cavallaro is. Spoiled. And picked up. McKelvey has three. Mitchell McKelvey has three. Oh my, I did not expect this to come. I thought it was Pascoe who was going to get four. McKelvey will probably have four now. He's got three.
So terrific start here by Golden Grove on their home deck, making a big statement here, opening turn. They're out to a game-high 23-point margin. Banwell re-enters the fray. So difficult conditions with the wind. And one would have thought the wind assistance was going to the right of your screen, but Golden Grove showing that scoring can be heavily put on the Kieran who gets a score, but if your nose is right down. So Dodd in the ruck, which is surprising. Goes up against Kelly. They should get the clearance. Ruhui, was he paid the mark? No, he wasn't. So touch ball. And we'll have a secondary bounce. Entering time on, opening stanza. Second man up, Shenton. Couldn't get as much on it as he would have liked. And held there without the ball was Sparkle. So can he add some spark to the Payneham North Union Falcons? Busy forward line, but no one really demanding the ball. Good kick inside 450, a deep entry. Ball comes to ground. Shenton, who started up forwards, pushed down in defence. And he'll be held up. The ball up 20 metres from home. And Payneham North Union's best opportunity to get their opening goal. So up on the ruck there was Bauer. They dish out the bag. Wagner needs to weave some magic, and he does. So Wagner strikes for Payneham North Union and gets there first. And a much-needed goal there for the Falcons in time on. So red time goal, and the margin is back to 13 points for Kieran Hugetsu. Big thank you again to all of our partners and sponsors, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatwares, Kimberley Resorts. And we've also got the Farmers Lake Winery there at Padford Way, Born to Build. We've got some outstanding sponsors. A big thank you to everyone for jumping on board, particularly for the player that receives the best on ground, who will get the $50 Midway Tavern voucher and a pair of Archies.
Slater back on the ground. He goes straight to the right. Him and Kelly. Kelly taps down. Who's going to go to the advantage of Golden Grove? Banwell with a nice tap out. Pilkington grabs it. A good convincing tackle there. It's play on. Umpire took ages to blow his whistle there. He's on that page, just go flying. So we throw up 55 out from the Golden Grove home. Slater and Kelly. Slater gets behind. Kelly taps down. Advantage of Golden Grove. Can they put on a fifth on the board? And holding the footy. He said he's dragged it in. Max Barilla. So he's going to look for options on either far side or the broadcast side. Goes far. Sparkle. What can he do? Sparking handball there. Simon, good tackle. Sparkle gets it back. 1-on-1 inside 50. Wagner and Giles. 1-on-1. This is the season permit. Lachlan Giles sees it over the boundary line. Not the boundary line, sorry, the goal line. So Payneham get their fifth behind on the scoreboard, 2 being rushed, 3 being kicks. And leading outside is the speedy Josh Harville. But Xanthopoulos says, no, I'm going to see this up low options. So Xanthopoulos, who's had there's a minute left on the clock. Sparkle, can he pick it up? No. Pittman playing a really aggressive and good game of footy. Still outside, Payneham, good tackle there by Nicholas Collins, the late in. He's also heard it was his debut today. So ball up, Slater taps down. Who's this? They can go Payneham and holding the footy. A great tackle there by the skipper in Pittman. Oh my, what a start he's having. And he goes fast and short out to Connor Dodd. Sparkle takes them up. Can they seize up one more, the Grove? Can they get a 4-goal buffer before the first break? Slater's in there. He takes a grab. Had a hand outside of Buck. Slater inside. Pascoe can't reach it. So Tom Wagner will grab his 3rd intercept mark of the game. And there is a siren. Brad McKenzie couldn't mark it for it. So the score is 4-3-27 Golden Grove. Defeating the visitors Payneham Norwood Union 1-5-11. And we'll see you after this short break and in the second term.
Just a cat. Welcome back to Harpersfield, this Adelaide Football League Round 6 Division 1 clash between Golden Grove and Payneham North Union. 6th place taking on 9th place, and what an entertaining first term it was from Golden Grove. They've got off to an absolute flyer, and at quarter time 4-3 plays 1-5, 27-11. Mother Kieran who gets a scoreboard. Alex Coots, can you get us underway with the goal kickers for the opening term for the Boroughs?
Well, for the Kookaburras, Mitchell McKelvey leading the show with 3, Cameron Shenton with 1, and for the likes of Payneham North Union, the skipper Tom Wagner with 1. And the best players for the quarter for Golden Grove, Jake Pittman, the skipper, and the 2 Mitchells playing this game for Golden Grove, Slater and McKelvey. And then for the likes of Payneham North Union, we have Tom Wagner and Max Wagner, the 2 brothers. As the players will just go to their positions currently. As Golden Grove have a 16-point lead heading into the second term. So starting the ruck, it'll be Slater and Kelly.
Big thank you again to Filming Footy Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC 5i e-bikes, Starfish Archies, Jag Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts.
As we get underway with the first bounce of the second term, Mitchell Slater and Nicholas Kelly. Kelly wins the tap down, and grabbing it out there is Buck. Inside 50, Shenton's there, bouncing ball, lurking there, there's multiple people. Collins is around at the debut. Dodd, he goes inside. Verity, what a grab! Liam Verity off the back foot. And right behind him, we'll have a great view of this kick. And can he spark his first of the game? And Lockie Pascoe yet to kick a goal yet. He's behind Anthony Hellebauer for Salisbury North. He's got 14 goals with Pascoe having 13. As Verity enters the tarmac, what can he do? It's inside of the boot, and it'll be a minor score for Liam Verity. 4-4-28 to 1-5-11. Golden Grove with a 17-point lead.
So Verity's kick on goal almost mirrored Dodd's shank that he was marked in the end. So ball will be kicked back in. So Maxie Wagner straight up the high diddle, goes in the direction of his brother, and almost the mark of the day for Born to Build. Beautiful mark by Tommy Wagner. They come out to our broadcast position. Sanzo goes back in a 1-2 to Rahui. So Sanzo goes long, deep inside forward 50. They need a goal here. Ball comes to ground. Have they got any rovers? No, they don't, as Hable gets that ball out, but only as far as Nick Kelly. Important kick coming up here for Kelly. High up and under. Wagner in box position. No mark taken in the end there by Mark Haynes. Couldn't take the mark in the end by the look of it. Ball comes to ground. It's a foot race on. Some great bodies shown by Glenn in the foot race against Catalana, and a couple of big heavyweights as the ball goes off hands and out of bounds for a throw in. We're in the second minute of this opening, second term.
Thrown in. Can Payneham get a goal here? Kelly taps down, and no one can pick it up yet. Pittman, skipper, he punches it out. Bouncing ball. Pascoe's there. He wheels and he'll go. A long ball, high up and under, and being dragged down is Shenton. No free kick paid. Verity, handball over the top. Oh, what a goal this could be. Shenton! Oh. No. Benwell's around there. Handball out. And Payneham will get the clearance. Yes, they'll go straight out to the corridor. And giving away a free kick. There is Harble. And Mac Haynes, the co-skipper. So he's going to look for options. He has people running alongside him, has a lead of Bauer, ignores them all. So I'd assume he'll just go long down to a pack, and he does. But Pittman with an intercept mark, and no 25. The fans aren't happy about that one. Pittman's having a magnificent start to this game, definitely on track to win the Archies. So what can he do now? High kick, you guys not travelled a lot. And punching, Banwell, handball straight to the advantage of Morris. He goes outside, bouncing footy for Horskins. He picks it up cleanly and goes backwards, still bouncing footy. Lamb Simon, back to Horskins. Horskins, short outside, And now it's Dobie and he'll look for options.
So Dobie, true centre wing, far side, drilling ball inside forward 50, Pascoe direction. Nudges his opponent underneath the ball. Pascoe back with the second lick of the ice cream with the tackle. We'll have a ball up 45 from home here for the Grove. Looking to get their first of this second term. Good tap by Sergeant Slater. Looking for a runner. Pippin. Geez, that's a strong tackle by the pit dog. Secondary tackle was on. And I'm not sure if that is the umpire. It is the umpire. Did hold in the ball. The trainer with the fluoro on the background gave him the same action. And it was a rinse and repeat from the umpire. So it looks like Verity nestled right up into that pocket there. Geez, he's gone right up against the fence on the sponsorship guards. A difficult kick. Not beyond him. We'll need to work the win. So Verity already missed one in this term. Goes straight across the face. Pascoe out the back off hands. And there'll be a ball up 10 metres at home for Golden Grove.
And now can the Grove put on their 5th goal of the game to add to their Kieran Hughes' scoreboard tally. They're 5 minutes in now. So it'll be thrown in. Not far from their home. In the ruck, Verity and Kelly. Verity taps down. No, not to anyone's advantage. Verity crumbing, bouncing ball off the ground. No. Pascoe goes for the second. McKelvey around the body and wide open. An uncontested mark at the end. McKelvey just chucked it on his boot and it landed in the hands of Joshua Buck. So can Buck get his first of the game to add to their tally? So big number 33, what can he do? As they enter the road, he strolls in, should be an easy kick for him, no problems, but just sneaks in the end. So Joshua Buck gets the 5th on the board for Golden Grove and his first of the game.
Fantastic start here by Golden Grove, getting the first goal of the second term. Simon runs towards the bench. And continuing on where they left off in the opening stanza here, Gold Grove. Harper's Field, magnificent atmosphere in this sensational grandstand and club rooms built last year and officially opened about this time last year, in fact. I think the first game last year when this beautiful grandstand was open was this exact same day. Golden Grove versus Payneham Nord Union. And back in June, I think June 22nd, our game this time last year. So Slater up in the ruck, up against Kelly. Slater, second efforts has been supreme. And umpire says, we'll give you a little bit of a reprieve there, Sergeant. And they'll go at it again. So Slater relishing the extra responsibility with Robinson out. It's a 0-0 draw. I think Slater was held and he was. Pittman plays on, gets the advantage. Goes in the direction of Shenton. Early body work. Great work as the players were in the sun, their faces were in the sun. Oh, could have been a high tackle. Umpire skewered. And we'll have a ball up 35 from home here for the Grove. So can they get back-to-back goals? Pretty slow going in the first 5 or so minutes of this second term. 8-minute mark, second term. Josh Glenn loves this situation. Shepherded through, but just touched on the last phase there on the line. So pressing hard, and as you can see, 5-5-35 to 1-5-11. So plenty of scoring shots here for the Grove.
Hit the post there, Justin, then drifted out to that right side. Pascoe was in a one-on-one position there. They're playing quick, and they had options on the outside, but it got ignored. Running onto this is Kelly, Xanthopoulos. A great vision kick there. Dodd plays on fast, even though he was a bit uncoordinated in that situation. Slater, Pascoe's there, bouncing for his steal. McKenzie, he clears and goes out of Theodorakopoulos. So he runs and uses the overlap, and now Payneham can go inside 50 maybe. Still bouncing footy, no one can pick it up. Now Harble, outside, even further as Dodd comes to the bench. And coming on to him will be the debut Nicholas Collins. It's a free kick going the way of Payneham. And can they get inside 50 now? They most likely will, unless a bit of a clanger happens. And it certainly has happened. Commentator's curse right there as Joshua Buck will take the inbound.
So Buck with the ball at half back. Kicked our last goal, first goal of this second term. Love to see the Kieran who gets your scoreboard fire up. Goes on the 45 and finds Pilkington at left half back. He's got a short one also on the 45. He's cooked the kick. Oh, well done there in the end to deflect that ball. So hot ball pursuit, Nye, Sansa, Theo, high up and under. Good punch there by Thatcher. Great work in the contest. In the heat of the moment, there was Pilkington. Bangs it on the boot to a 1-on-2. Verity's been contesting absolutely magnificently this afternoon. Pilkington again. Dishes off to Horskins. Goes in the middle. Too much on the kick, and it's a turnover in the middle of the ground.
Max Barilla, he's had a good start to this game in that back line as he drives it long inside 50. And who's there? The big captain in Wagner. Tom Variety. He looks to go inboard but doesn't. He has the boot for this. So I like his confidence with this kick. He's going to take the set shot. He's got 2 tools on the line. One from his teammate and one is Kane Blade from the opposition. And he plays on. Steadies and a bit wide. And it is tapped over the line there by Big Mitchell Slater as Adam Myers scored to the Kieran who gets the scoreboard. Xanthopoulos kicking in.
So Xanthopoulos having a terrific season. Featured in the best players on 2 out of 5 games this year. Got a couple on short. Eventually he gets the ball to Habel. So Habel goes a long one down the line in the direction of Shenton. Lovely kick. Great body work. Goes over his head. Smart by McKelvey, just pushing it on all costs. They need to get Mackenzie more involved. So they go through Morris in the middle. Dishes out the back. Max Wagner, just a little chipper. Just maintaining there is Nunn. So Nunn goes out wider. Starting to build some clever momentum here. Can they get that ball inside forward 50? Wagner, high up and under, swinging with the wind. And easily intercepted in the end by Xanthopoulos.
So Ryan Xanthopoulos, look out to that far side, but he's got a switch option there. He goes into the corridor. Benwell, the umpire got in the way there, but didn't affect him. Slater, uncontested. Will he play him? No. He's got options inboard. Shenton and Simon. He goes to Shenton, who won't go to Simon, ignores him. Pascoe's there! Lachlan Pascoe. I predicted him for 4, and this could be his first.
He judged that superbly then. He got his player underneath the ball, judged the drift, and Klein, he just got caught under it and easily out the back there to Pascoe, sensationally read.
So he'll equal Anthony Hellebort from Salisbury North if he kicks this one. Obviously, he could be still in the lead though, depending how their game is going, as they're playing Broadview currently. So Lockie Pascoe enters the train and it's off the outside of his boots. That's a rare mistake from Lockie Pascoe. And his game, I don't reckon it's on point today yet, but he could get his eye in, of course, later on in this game.
So the Pascoe Barty bus has had the handbrake on this afternoon. A big man yet to register a goal. So Maxie Wagner, lovely slicing ball. Slater couldn't quite take the mark. Ball dragged in, could be done holding the ball here. Such is the nature of this particular rule. So it wasn't Slater, that was Blades. Give away the free kick. So they play on, go to that far side in the direction of Kelly. Might not be able to keep that in, and he doesn't. And a fingertip her off hands for a throw-in. So right half forward now, Payneham Nord Union, desperate for a goal. Only he's getting the one so far, and that was Tommy Wagner had to manufacture something out of nowhere mid-air. And other than that, it's been very, very slim pickings on the Kieran who gets his scoreboard. So Dodd does some of his work in the ruck, having to ply his trade in different positions this year, Dodd. They go to Shenton, drilling ball, but way away from Verity and on the fall, and it'll be a free kick to Payneham Nord Union.
So Payneham, they're going to look to advance. And it's a short chipping kick. So can they go inside 50 now through a couple of chains? And turns out they're going top 50 off of one kick, but it'll fall short of that breeze. Tom Wagner's around it. And Golden Grove will escape. High free kick. So now they have an advantage. Cavallaro, what can he do? He's looking for options and then advances through the corridor and intercepted. Bouncing Footy. Can they run onto it? No. Could have been a high free there. Harble goes backwards to Xanthopoulos. Xanthopoulos running rings around them and intercepted, nearly marked. And selling the candy, Matt Caines, although it didn't really work. Tap down, that's a very smart tap. Curling snap and bouncing out. It was a great tap down there from Chris Danzig to the advantage of Morris, but it couldn't work out, and now it'll be a kick in going the way of Kane Blades.
So Blades, left back pocket, got a couple of options on. Shenton coming to the bench right in front of our broadcast position. So he goes a long one down the line to a 1-on-2. Verity's out the back. Geez, he's been chisel gripping him this afternoon. Goes inboard to Pilkington. Got that option quickly. He's got Pittman on our broadcast side. Someone get it to the pit dog. They can't. So they'll have to go short again. Simon just running through a pretty key area which they could have used. So they end up going wide again. Umpire's asked to play on. In trouble here. Ends up getting his kick as Horskins under some duress. Kelly just pushing back and could have earned the free kick, and he has. So Kelly will take the free kick at true centre wing on the far side.
The big ruckman, Nicholas Kelly. He's had a nice start for the Payneham Nord Unions. So go long down the line. Haynes stands under him, got pushed, and Blades will take the mark. He uses the switch game and goes outside to Thatcher. So Thatcher, he goes even shorter than the skipper. In Pittman, he's had a great game so far. Great body work there, the fans get lifted from the debutant Collins. Banwell with the lead over his head, and good defensive work there by Spindler. Bouncing Footy, Golden Grove still have it. Bark, backwards, the skipper, smothered. He gets it back now, Pittman. Bit of a crow throw there. Haynes, he goes down to a 2-on-1. And done well there with Wagner. Great free kick. So still bouncing Footy. The fans are livid about this one. And they'll take it out of bounds. And Giles and Sparkle are in this one. Bit of a brawl down here at Harper's Field. The fans are going off. Umpire says, let's get out of it, boys. Come on. And it's going to be a throw-in quickly. God taps down. Glenn's around it. Glenn still with it. Campbell's backwards. Xanthopoulos out of mid-air. And who can mark it? Oh, great one-handed mark. Kane Blades.
The Blades goes short to Dodd. Nice little chipper. There's plenty of heat in the kitchen at the moment. They need to be composed here, Golden Grove. They swing it out wide. Should have go to, and that is Blades. Blades goes short. Finds Dobie. Dobie can swing around to Thatcher. Does. The Thatch. Long handball. He's got a one down the line. Geez, he needs to be careful here. Pittman improvises. Clean bowls everyone. Goes out the back. Some smart work by Pascoe. Head of steam. The big man goes thump in the direction of Verity. Might have clean bowled everyone and has. And it's gone out the back to Maxi Wagner. So Wagner plays on. He's got Sanzo. The top of the defensive 50 finds him. Sells a bit of candy, eventually dishes off. Puts his teammate under enormous duress, and that is Eli Roberts. So Roberts just pokes one down the line, and easy pickings for Ryan Xanthopoulos.
Xanthopoulos. He goes short to the outside. Great vision. Cavallaro can play on. He's got a thumping right boot. Oh my word! No! It bounces left like a Moffrey's bounce with the opposite. Banwell. Oh, there's no way. Oh, there's no way. No, there is no way. As it'll be a minus score. Rush through. Banwell could have picked the snag of the day there as they go quick. Outside. Rahoy. A great take by the debut Nicholas Collins. That's a mark of the day contender. Inside, but nobody's there. And it'll be intercepted off the hands of Matt Knight.
So Matty Nye, former captain, just settling the ship here for the Falcons. Got a couple of on short, but nothing really long down beyond that. So he pulls his kick in the direction of Catalano, has time to recover, goes to Tommy Wagner. He's wrapped out immediately by Giles. And umpire says my ball right in front of the Falcons coach's box. Jimmy Cheney would love another goal just to get some momentum heading into half time. And escorted over the boundary line there. Been a couple of important moments recently. Not much pressure on the score. We've only had the one goal kicked in this second term, which is very, very surprising. So Dodd just eases the ball down, only gets as far as Giannini. Some excellent work there by Dobie. Thumps in the direction of Verity. Goes out the back to Pascoe. Holds on. Dishes off to Banwell. Been busy. Pittman. Can they get a captain's goal? Oh, he goes in the direction of Pilkington with a juggler. And well done to Pilkington. He needed to stand up in the contest and he just read it superbly. So Pilkington, this is a tough pocket for a right footer, but with this breeze, it is super, super hard. And as we saw with Cavalaro's recent kick, the ball, he almost needs to aim halfway through the middle of the right-hand goalpost because it will come back. He hits it and it does drift. Does it stay in? It does. So Pilkington, very happy with himself there. So he should be. And the second goal of the second term. Not much action on the Kieran who gets a scoreboard. But a match-winning lead so far, and the biggest lead of this game. 6-7, 43 to 1-5, 12. Or was it 1-6, 12? I can't really see on the Kieran who gets the scoreboard. It looks like a 31-point margin. And we're 20 minutes down in this second term, and Golden Grove in a commanding position.
So, heading the time on now. Shenton comes back on the ground and goes in the defensive 50 for Golden Grove. So it'll be Slater who taps down and Sparkle picks it up. And it'll be a second bounce almost like there. Slater and Wagner. Well, third man up there was Glenn. And it gets the tap back high. So skipper Jake Pittman, God, he's having a flyer. He's definitely on track for the Archies. He goes outside, that kick not the best at all. And it goes straight under the bounds. Matt Nye will kick in as he was the closest one there. He advances fast. Sparkle. Tyler Sparkle. He goes very short and it was 15. So there is advantage.
He's actually 25 there, he ran through the mark.
Well, as you just spotted there, Matt, good call. But back to the action, and it's going to be a holding free kick going the way of the Grove. This will be Shenton, who nearly went inboard to Dodd, but no. Chips it over the top. Can't Marcus Collins. Payneham, can they get a bit of momentum heading into the main break? And they might adjust. Mac Haynes. It'll kick from 45 if he chooses to. No, he goes into a 2-on-1. Turns into a 1-on-1. Great body work, Bauer. So Mackenzie Bauer should have no problems with this, and this will probably advance onto One Tree Hill Road. Depends as those fans stepping back there, ready to take a mark. He has to use his right boot, go for the banana. And great kick, Mackenzie Bauer. So, Payneham Norwood Union, they drag the lead back down to 25, and that ball has gone wayward. It always recreated when Finn Wakeland, he missed after the siren against Glenunga in that round 2 clash. So it was very unfortunate for him. It was around the same spot, same end of the ground. But this time he didn't hit the post, as we'll go back into the centre, starting off with you, Matt.
All right, beautiful work there by Mackenzie Bauer, using his wealth of experience. 186 club games there at Norwood, and a former Falcons junior. So great to see him back at his home club. And his 5th goal for the season for Mackenzie Bauer, and a much needed one as we head towards the half-time siren. So Slater back on the ruck, up against Tommy Wagner. And the pressure is still plenty of heat there, with Cavallaro being brought to the ground. Have a repeat ball up. Slater loving these minutes in the middle with Robinson out. Pittman held down. And umpire conned into that one. He had obscure vision and relied on the players by the look of that one, but nevertheless, they play on immediately. And a lovely kick and mark 48 from home. I think that might be Giannini. So lovely work there by Barilla. And Morris.
This will be Matthew Nunn kicking to get Payneham back to a 3-goal and 1 behind.
So Nunn, the most experienced campaigner in the team. Former state representative, 182 games for Norwood. Outstanding ambassador for this club. Needs to kick truly here. He's not going to get the distance. Big pack forms and trickles off hands for a minus score. And we've got 43 to 19, so 24-point margin. Time on second term.
They went through the corridor. It was a bit dangerous, but Dodmar out to the debuting Collins. He's having a great second quarter. So he could be up there on the polls for votes this game, possibly. So Collins is going to stay on this broadcast side. Under it's Pascoe. Can't take it, Cavallaro Crumming. He could run for miles. Instead, McKelvey. It's a foot race. Him and Barilla. And it was a bit 50-50. Verity slipped over as it'll be kicked. Thought it was going to go straight out there, but no. Max Wagner saved it. Max Wagner, he's taken about 5 marks this game in that back line. Now advancing on the centre wing on this broadcast end. So I should say, falling ball. And that will conclude the second term. Golden Grove leading Payneham Norwood Union 6-7, 43 to 2-7, 19. And we'll see you after this main break, ready for the third term.
Are you on, mate? Are you on? Righto, mate. Ready whenever you are. Welcome back to Harpers Field for the third quarter of this Golden Grove versus Payneham Northern Union clash, Adelaide Football League Division 1 action. Round 6 action, that is. Big thank you to our broadcast partners, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts. And also a big thank you to the Farmers Leap Winery at Padthaway for the Coach of the Week award, and also the Goal of the Week brought to you by Born to Build, Mark of the Week brought to you by Born to Build, Goal of the Year brought to you by Jag Meatworks, and the Mark of the Year brought to you by Moonlight Suites by Kimberley Resorts. Interesting first half with Golden Grove taking a 16-point lead into the quarter time break, and as we turn for the second half, it is a 24-point margin. The $64,000 question is, can Payneham Northern Union come from the ropes to bounce back into this clash, or can Golden Grove build on their lead? Second half action pending. Alex Coots on call with Matt Gale. Alex, what a wonderful first half that was. A little bit lacklustre in the second quarter, however.
Yeah, well, there ended up only being 3 goals in that second term compared to the 5 in the first, so not as an exciting second term compared to the first. Down here at Harpers Field, got some great conditions, still at 21.8 degrees. And the rain, I think, might be gone now. The sky's all blue, no clouds in sight, so the rain looks like it'll hold off down up here at Golden Grove. It's prepared for some heavy conditions on the weekend, for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow and Monday is getting currently 120 km/h winds and 50 mils of rain. So
before we get you to get us underway in the third quarter, premiership quarter, goal kickers to half time. Mitchell McKelvey with a game high 3 goals, singles to Josh Buck, Dylan Pilkinson and Cameron Shenton, and for the Payneham Northern Union Falcons, Tommy Wagner with a beautiful out of the air kick, and Mackenzie Bauer kicking one in the red time of the second term. Alex Coots, the players make their way out to their positions.
Well,
interesting second half we have on our hands here at Harpers Field.
Some of my best players so far, I got Jake Pittman, Mitchell McKelvey, Mitchell Slater and Nicholas Collins and debut for Golden Grove. With Tom Wagner, Max Wagner and Tyler Sparkle doing their best for Payneham Northern Union. No doubt that everyone else on the field is doing their best. As we're about to get underway, this premiership quarter. So it'll be Slater and Kelly in the ruck. Slater's done all the ruck work today with Robinson out. And handball straight at the advantage of Glenn. Tackled, Buck's there. He picks it up, took a while to dispose of it. Well, didn't dispose of it. So it'll be a re-ball up. Slater, Kelly taps down. Glenn receives it from Pittman. Outside, right on by Nye. So Matt Nye stays in the corridor. Bit too much oomph on it, but marks anyways. That was Mackenzie. Over the top, Giannini. He goes outside to Sanzo. Paddy Sanzo, what can he do? He's going to look for options inboard, but might be forced to stay to the outside. The umpire hasn't called play on, so he advances down the line to a 1-on-1. Xanthopoulos is there, tapped out of bounds by Dobie, 60 out from the Payneham home.
So interesting to see who gets the first goal. Can Payneham Northern Union get some momentum? Or can Golden Grove get back on the horse and continue on their merry way? 16 points at quarter time, 24 at the main break. Good tap down by Slater. Mackenzie be moved into the middle. A little sizzler inside forward 50, needs a target. Bauer makes something out of nothing. Great goal, Bauer. And that was impressive there by Mackenzie Bauer. Just stayed in the contest. See, the umpire is called touched. So we'll mark that one out the book, and that was almost done there. So Mackenzie Bauer Still got the 6 goals. Unfortunately, the 5 goals, not adding to his half-time total.
Well, I already marked that one down the score sheet, had to cross it out. As meanwhile, in play, it's play on, fans unhappy, Payneham advance. Mackenzie, Simon, picked off like an incept. And he goes very short to Verity. Simon receives it back. He goes to a 1-on-1, 2 number 5s. Glenn wins it. And now they can run outside. Xanthopoulos. 1-on-1, Pasco, great body work. Can't hold it. What's he going to do now? Wheels. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, it's Shenton. Goals. And no, it's going to be called back. And also a 25-metre penalty. So I'm pretty sure it's a push me back. And Max Wagner will take the kick.
So Wagner, he'd be happy that the ball's in his hands because it was a certain goal, but Shenton infringing in the marking contest. Ball kicked towards our broadcast position. Good work there, good punch in the end by Wagner, sets it up. Need to be clean here, Xanthopoulos. He is. He goes out the back to Thatcher, whacks it on the boot. Has he got enough clearing on that kick? He does. Pops one over the top there, Cavallaro. He's got Glenn on. Can use him. Goes there now. Glenn can wheel and deal. We've seen him kick a jag meatwork snag of the day from here before. Maybe too far out from home. He's about 55. He could give it the kitchen sink. Sends it in that way. Lets the breeze do that. Oh, almost. And punches through in the end. So, didn't give it everything. I wish he had because he might have actually slotted that one through, Alex Coots.
Well, Jed Burnwell ran into a post though, slipped down and then ran into a point post. As the coloured red down here at Harper's Field, be able to see it's a bit camouflaged to the right of the screen. Although Payneham goes straight down the corridor. And Giles can't pick it off. Kelly the big ruckman, he can run for a day and a half, but he sprays the kick straight out of bounds into the car park.
Yeah, they've got to learn to swim in his own lane there, Kelly. Might have bitten off a bit too much, the big ruckman. But he needed to take that shot, and unfortunately, his legs were going too quick for himself there, Alex Coots.
Yeah, so Nick Kelly couldn't snag that one. He's had about 3 shots and hasn't nailed any yet. Keep in mind the word yet. So Pittman's lurking around it, and we'll find the footy. Short, smothering kick. Can't be picked up by McKelvey. He's rolled and tapped out of bounds, and the fans wanted the opposite. So it'll be Slater and Kelly once again. Seen this matchup 85% of the day, not night. Slater gets front position and taps down to Blades, clears out. Cavallaro, he goes long. Oh, Pasco's all by himself. Lucky Pasco, he's at a start and a half this third term. Lachlan Pasco, can he put the 50 on the board, the half century for the Kookaburras? We'll find out in a short moment as Lucky Pasco enters the tracks. Everyone going to be watching this flick closely. And very high, and it is a goal. Did look like it from this angle, but it is a goal going to the advantage of Lockie Pasco. That's one out of his 4 that I predicted complete. So my big calls, they're going correct so far as we'll go through some of the scores of the other games. St. Peter's are trailing Ross Trevor 4-3-27 to 5-4-34. Sacred Heart losing to Prince Alfred by 7 points. That's an underdog there. Port District and Glenunga 3-point game. And Salisbury North beating Broadview by 2 goals.
So back to the middle. Big thank you to Alex Coots with the rup from around the grounds. Pit Dog got the nose of the trough. That should have been in danger. So Cavallaro has seen that way. It's a little pocket rocket. Up he jumps. Lovely kick down Main Street. Pasco! Yelty. So the Pasco party bus has rolled up in the second half, and the big man gets a couple of chiselers in a row. He made the goal umpire do a bit of work on the last shot, so Hopefully his confidence is starting to grow, the big man, the Port Power top-up player in 2024, back at the club full-time this year. Had his injury concerns, but still kicking a weight of goals, the big man. He just pulls to the left, and no goal on this occasion. The Kieran who gets a scoreboard, which sees a 31-point margin in favour of the home team. And I'd love to keep the ball inside their forward half, Alex Coots.
Paynham's accuracy's let him down today, as if they did kick straight, could be in the lead, as marked by Barilla. So what can he do? He's going to look outside as he went to the train tracks. Heads out to the broadcast destination. Uncontested was Wagner. Dropping the ball, Wagner collects and tries to spend it before he earns it there. But Cavallaro with a tackle there. Slays down there, Cavallaro's open. Pittman struggling out. Cavallaro, how's his Instagram game day today? Pasco! Lachlan Pasco, one-hander! As Michael Cavallaro sparked that one. Wonder what his game day was like today on the socials. As Lockie Pasco will line up for his second to get 2 goals, 2 on the day. He had one onto the right of screen earlier, and the others to this left side. And from the same spot, it's been the whole day. And this time it's out of the full. Lockie Pasco doesn't have his eye in today. That's for sure. He goes to 1 goal, stays at 1 goal 2 with an out of the full to add to his tally.
So Wagner, sipping to the free kick, goes towards Kelly. Had a hand in the back from Sergeant Slater. Quick dish off. Giles, inside out torpedo. Some smart work there in the aerial contest. Pilkington, Cavallaro been busy. Right foot snapper. Oh, should have been swallowed up, wasn't, by Maxi Wagner. He kept it alive. Pasco with a contender. Jag Meatworks. And the Pasco party bus continues. He has been threatening in a big way. Had 4 shots on goal for 2-1 and 1 out of the bounds on the full. Well, that could be the Jag Meatworks here, the kilo of mixed gourmet sausages for Lenny Pasco.
Well, now it's going to be between him and the Wagner out of mid-air goal earlier in this game in the first quarter, which turned out as Paynham's only goal for the first term, as they haven't scored one since midway through that second term. As around the ground, we've got the Prince Alfred upsetting Sacred Heart, beating him by 7 points. Sacred Heart undefeated on the ladder. So that'll be big, as Prince Alfred suffered an 8-goal loss to St. Peter's last week when they filming Footy game of the round. So the ball has gone and the fan has retrieved it, but he doesn't want to kick it away. Kicks it back eventually. Got to sign him up to the junior team. That good kick there. Well done, young man. As now the umpire should be able to throw it up. If the ball doesn't want to. The ball has a mind of its own. The footy's a weird shape. As now we'll finally get back to the play. Kelly jumps at it and taps it down. Who's there? Oof. Big bump. Suffered that and pushing the back. I think that was there. The fans think the opposite. So this will be Catalano. Very short. Into Morris. Fan tries to yell play on, seeing as the umpire. But he ignores it. Now he plays on. Inside 50, wide open man. Catalano can't take it. He had a lot of space back. Didn't want to use it. Bouncing footy. No holding free. Blaze. Kick out. And that should be a free kick. Last possession rule. It is. So Mackenzie takes it quick. And couldn't take it. And Bauer could have kicked that one. Mackenzie will have to retrieve. And the wind's carrying the ball. Gosh. Golly is so one. It'll be Mackenzie and Simon. It'll be 1-on-1 around that area. So now he can take it. Mackenzie. He plays on out to that left side. Hooks the kick. And it's travelled a distance, but a minor score. as Payneham are now 2-9 on the day.
So Mackenzie, former North Melbourne player, also with Nord, starting to really gain some momentum in this contest. So they will head out wide. Great little chipper there from Habel. Pittman, go down the line. Quick movement here by Golden Grove. Have been much improved in that facet of the game as their ball movement's been much quicker this year. Playing the players to use their natural flair, as Glenn is trying to do so on this occasion. So good tap on by Glenn. Surely that's not holding the ball in. That was dragged in by another player. It's amazing because Glenn wasn't actually, he was getting tapped. Well, Glenn was at the bottom of the pack. Now they'll have a shot from 50. Straight through the middle of the points for a minor score. So pressing here, Golden Grove now out to a 37-point margin on the Kieran. Who gets his scoreboard?
Max Wagner to the outside, 36 points right now. McKelvey, and a great stabbing kick to the advantage of Josh Harble. Harble inside looking for Verity. Liam Berry, can he line up for his first on the day? He's had 3 set shot opportunities, hasn't converted any. Lenny Pascoe is on the line. So the wind favouring the right of screen, could bend backwards, got the wind against him. Pascoe win a 2-on-1 situation. As Verity enters the timeout, what can he do? He's gone for distance, didn't worry about the accuracy, he thought it was going to be good, but no, it goes to the right side, and it'll be a minor score, Max Barilla kicking in.
So Barilla do the kicking duties for the Falcons. Hasn't got to any great heights this game thus far. Oh, could be a turnover under pressure. Pascoe, you'll be guilty! And Pascoe slots through his third for the term. And he has kicked multiples in every single game this year, Lenny Pascoe. And unbelievable there by Pascoe. He slots through his 16th crucial turnover. Dangerous position, and Pascoe alert as ever. Hasn't he chimed in this quarter, Alex Coots?
Well, he didn't have any in the first half, and I thought my prediction was over. He has 3, and I've got him for 4. So all my Golden Grove predictions, they're going to go my way, most likely. Jake Pittman, favourite to win the Archies right now. Lockie Pascoe, I had him for 4 goals, and he's got 3. So see what he can do, see how many he can kick. He advances to 16 on the season. Dodd in the ruck occasionally. And now Glenn, clearance, Banwell, bounces past him, bounces past everyone. Cavallaro, what can he do now? Snapping around the body, Pascoe, one end to pick up. Oh, there's no way, no, there is no way. Falling, no communication involved. McKelvey, no, Cavallaro goes out to the left side. And Golden Grove, it was a 9-12 on the day, and it will now be a 45-point margin. It's going to be hard to come back now for Payneham. And
this is really starting to blow out here. 16 points at the quarter time break and 24 at the main break. And unfortunately for Payneham Norwood Union, yet to get a goal in this second half. And desperate times, desperate measures, one would feel. So Golden Grove well and truly on top. Pending results, could be back in the 5 tonight. As Captain Pittman re-enters Harper's Field. A bit of sublime form, Pittman. And finally, we have the return of the ball. Love coming down to Harper's Field. Probably one of the only issues we have down here. We need a net behind those goals. So Maxi Wagner given plenty of space to lead, kick that ball straight up Main Street. Dodd just comes in unopposed, but Wagner will receive the free kick. Unfortunately, Simon giving that one away. So he plays on, or he looked to play on there. Could have given off to Barilla, but didn't. And he's gone to Mackenzie, having a much better second half, quite by his standards in the opening half. So they slip one out, goes to Pittman. Clever little chipper, not going to make the distance to Cavallaro. Goes off the ground again. Comes out to Giannini. Geez, what a magnificent smother. And doesn't that lift your team, Cavallaro? Magnificent.
Klein's kick just got smothered there, and Mac Haynes, the combined skipper, he went down before, so we're keeping a close eye on him. Died downwards, and Pittman gets jumped on. A banana, bouncing ball, running onto it can be Dobie, who's let it trickle out. Smart play by Josh Dobie. And we are 17 minutes in to this third term. Outside, they're on the switch game, Golden Grove. Blades. What's he going to do? Sells some candy and sells it well. Unfortunately, his kick got smothered. Works it back. Pittman finds a man in McKelvey. He's going to get his advantage. Oh, he just socketed it off the ground. And no, Shenton can't get it. And we've got Eli Roberts, half-backman. Outside, here's Kleinig. Died in the set mark. Chops off the kick, which was looking for Giannini. Cavallaro did well to stop him from taking the mark. McKelvey, that's high. Where's Pascoe in one-on-one when you want him? McKelvey doesn't go there. Pascoe's still an option. Shenton was leading a lot. Pilkington. Pascoe one-on-one, this is what I was talking about, and he won it! Lucky Pascoe! He's lining up for his 4 out of 4 that I predicted him. 75% of the way, can he get 100? So, Lachlan Pascoe, he could move up to 17 goals in the season to have 4 in a quarter. This will be miraculous if he does. Kicked all their goals this quarter. Lachlan Pascoe. Goals! Lachlan Pascoe advances to 4 on the day. So he's got 4. Can he make it a tally and a handful of goals? What are your predictions? How many will he get this game? I reckon it'll be 7.
Yeah, I'm going for 7. Big Lennox has slotted through 4. That's his biggest tally thus far this season. And he's in scintillating touch. Just had a quiet word with Luke Barbie at half-time and just said, just inject yourself into the game, big man. And the Pascoe party bus did arrive and it's been in full swing. So Dodd moves up into the forward line amongst Pascoe and Shenton. So 3 talls, 3 smalls. Difficult matchups for the Falcons' defence. There's not much height back there. That's why we've got a break and play, just waiting for the ball to be retrieved off the boot of Lenny Pascoe. Big thank you to Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC, High Five e-bikes, Darfish, Archie's, Jag Meatwares, Kimberley Resorts. And also big thank you to Farmers Leap Winery there at Padthaway for their Coach of the Week award, 3 bottles of Random Shot wines. Geez, Luke Barmy deserves some after today. So we're back to the middle. Game high, 51-point margin. The Kieran who gets the scoreboard's got a little bit ahead of me. So good work by Slater, gets the tap. He's done a mountain of work on the ruck. Trickles through and a couple of nutmegs and Pit Dog goes bang in direction of Pascoe! Again, 5 1/4, not beyond his means. And the party bus is in 5th gear at the moment.
Well, Jake Pittman, the Pit Dog, what a soccer. He's kicked it about 50 metres. Maybe he should return to soccer as a centre-back. As Lachlan Pascoe for a bag in the quarter. So
Pascoe enters the tarmac. 5-goal quarter pending. Can he put the explanation? The goal umpire's gone quickly to the right and through for a minus score. So margin out to 52 points for Kieran Hugetsu.
And kicking in will be Barilla. Short outside to Roberts. And Pascoe now moves up to 4-3 with an out of the full on the day. And could have been out of bounds there, but no. Kelly and Slater stand under it. Bouncing out to the back, Thatcher's around it. Giles hacks it forward. Cavallaro! No. Cavallaro get the crumb. Got a bump on Nye. Well done by Pilkington. Still chasing the footy. Roberts clears it out. And Pittman went around it. Intercepted by Thatcher. He'll move fast. Outside. Very short to Giles. Has Pittman on the outside. No way, Pascoe! No no, drops it. God, that's, well, I suppose there is no deliberate, so he can just technically handball it out. Got him behind the goal square, but no time to change. Wagner quickly outside. Mackenzie stays on the far wings in the battle of the 12s. Tom Wagner wins it above Lamb Simon. Simon had a good week in round 3, or no, sorry, round 4. And they lost to Sacred Heart. No, it was right, round 3. And they'll go back out to the broadcast side now. Dodd can chase Theodorakopoulos. He marks. Cavallaro can chase behind him. Good spoil. Thatcher, they can move up fast. McKelvey, Pasco chasing. Pasco marking. And can the Pasco play? Must get 5. Out to this balcony edge. The fans will go berserk if he kicks this one. 22 minutes into this game. Lachlan Pascoe. What a kick this could be. To make it 5 on the day, 5 in the quarter, 5 for Golden Grove in the quarter. He's kicked all their goals so far. Lachlan Pascoe, we're right behind it. It's coming! Drifting, it's a goal! Lachlan Pascoe goals, and he has 5 and saluting for the crowd. And now Golden Grove, 80-21, 59-point lead. And as you said during the halftime break, it'll go one of 2 ways. Golden Grove will get a blowout, or Payneham will come back, and the blowout is occurring. So Pascoe moves up to a tally on the score sheet now.
Whopping 49-point margin. So that's not 49, that is 59-point margin. Who would have thought at the start of the quarter? So 16 at quarter time, 24 now out to a 59-point margin. Slater in ruck again, gets the clearance. He's taken, umpire could have let that go. He's brought it back, so Kelly will get the free kick. Got one on short and just put too much on that kick. Easy pickings in the end. To Thatcher, he goes out wide. Good punch, good pressure by Theo. Oh. So the Theo chase down was well executed and got the desired result, which was the throw-in.
So
Crowd heavily involved here. And we'll have a ball in. 55 from home here for Payneham Norwood Union. Desperate for a goal. Been one-way traffic in the premiership term. Ball strip from Pittman. Comes to ground level. Wrestle on. And ball will be held up. We'll have a ball up the 50-metre mark here for Payneham Norwood Union. Time on, third term.
now the question is, can Pascoe snag a 6 for the quarter? Slater down and clearing kick. And it'll be kicked out of bounds off the boot of Wagner. So they will have to hurry. Oh, no, it has not come off the boot of Wagner. So he will get a free kick and will line up for his second on the day to be the only multiple goal kicker for the Falcons. So he's going to snap it around his body on the left boot. And what a kick! Tom Wagner has 2 and 2 excellent goals on the day. And it's a consolation prize. And they move to 3-9 on the day, Payneham Norwood Unions.
So can that be a little bit of momentum to put some respectability back on the scoreboard here for the Falcons? Just their first goal of this third term, 1 in each term so far. Whilst Gold Go kicked 4 in the opening stanza, 2 in the second term, and they have whacked them on in this third term. Kicking 5 goals off the boot of Lenny Pascoe. So back to the middle. Is there one more goal left in this third term? And Luke Barbie will be very, very impressed with his playing group thus far. So Slater gets the tap again. Almost overrunning it is the first game, and geez, he did well there. Josh Glenn needs to whack it on the boot, he does. Straight up Main Street, Shenton out of position, and Knight takes a telling mark.
So Matt Knight, what can he do? Goes inboard, central, to the advantage of none. Siren can't be far away from us. Pittman does well. Picked up Shenton. Where's Pascoe? 1-on-1 contest. Falls to the back, but he can't reach it in time. God, he could have had a 6 there. But no. Wagner is an option out on this broadcast side. It says he's going to launch it down to the far side. Goes through the hands of Giles and then gets wrapped up high. Umpire says no, that's holding the ball. You had your prior opportunity, you tried to duck out of a tackle, and not going to be 25. And there can't be long left now. About to hit the 28-minute mark as Blades wants to come onto the ground, and there's got to be play on it is. Cavallaro, now they're under pressure, the Falcons. Short kick, Sparkle. And play on. Cavallaro can't get there in time. Pittman touch. Pilkington. Where's Pascoe? You're gone! Holding the footy. Great tackle by Theodore Kopoulos. He moves fast. Out to Matt Haynes. Fell down with a head injury before, but now he's obviously fine. Tapped out. Scrapped. Slater can't see with the sun in his eyes. He's fast, but not fast enough. Hard ball crumbs. Now can Golden Grove sneak one more. Through the run. And 3 bounces. 4 bounces. Handball outside. Where's Pascoe? There he is. What can he do? Nothing. Falls to the back. Shenton. But no. Nothing will work. Nearly 29 minutes in. Can someone spark another goal?
So closing phase of this third term. Is there one more goal left in it? Verity, not much support. There's only Cavallaro there. Ball comes to ground. Banwell tries to flick it out. Under duress. Could it come back in with some interest? And it'll go back. It'll go out of bounds for last possession.
So
it'll be a free kick to Dobie.
Dobie will kick in now.
So Dobie on the far side. 60 from home, too far out. He's got one on him. Pilkington goes in that direction. Couldn't quite grab it in the end. Well rove. Horskins too far to the right for a minor score. So we have a 44-point margin here. Almost 30 minutes down, third term.
So 9 goals for margin. I've never seen a 30-minute quarter before, and this will be the first. Pascoe nearly intercepted it, but Glenn also couldn't intercept it. As advancing forward, chasing is Giles. Cavallaro couldn't get it. And now Sparkle. He can get tackled and does. Under pressure, Collins with a good mark as we tick to the 30-minute mark of this game. Outside, Dobie even wider, and Giles with a good tackle, not going to be holding the ball, thrown up. Longest quarter I've commentated so far this season, but I'm sure there will be one that goes longer. Throw up quickly, Kelly and Dodd. Dodd just grabs it out. Short, Verity, handles it back. Dodd, where's Pascoe? He's short. Cavallaro's longer and finds Cavallaro. So you'd think the siren will go while he takes his time. So Michael Cavallaro hasn't kicked one yet on the day to advance Golden Grove to a 10-goal lead. Wind isn't favouring him, but we know what he can do, the little pocket rocket. Very hard kick being a right footer. Oh, there's no way. No, just hooked to that left side. So, kicking in now will be Max Brilla.
So only moments away from the three-quarter time siren here at Harpers Field. Been all one-way traffic in favour of the Grove this quarter. Right in front of our broadcast position. Simon gets the golden fist on it. And beats all players out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So Pascoe kicking 5 goals for the quarter. Kelby already 3 to his tally. Hasn't added to that at half time. And there's the siren. So scintillating third term by Golden Grove, commanding position 101, 16 points at quarter time, 24 at the main break. We'll bring back all the final quarter action with a 55-point lead at three-quarter time. Time here, and it's Golden Grove out to an impressive 55-point margin at three-quarter time. Amazingly kicked 5 goals, 9 in the third term to just 1 goal, 2. 16 points the margin at quarter time, 24 at the main break, 56 as we head for home. Alex Coots on call for the opening bounce of this final term, round 6 action for the Adelaide Footy League.
It'll be Slater and Bauer in the ruck to start this final term. Pascoe stays up full forward roll. Slater down, Pit Dog's there. And coming ball, Dobie will advance. Glenn goes backwards to Blades. Blades ducks around a tackle and goes backwards even further. Harble slips around a few and sells some candy. Outside, good intercept mark by Giannini. So Giannini goes wide outside. Harble with some good defence there. And then sockets it off the ground. Tries to go to his advantage of a teammate. Pittman trying to run onto it. Glenn, and he gets tackled high. And they won't claim the advantage. So Josh Glenn, he'll go fast and he'll go down the corridor. Sees Slater wide open and goes there. He has a handball outside and doesn't opt to take it. Shenton, what can he do? Inside, Xanthopoulos, where is Pascoe? He's under the contest and he can't win it. Crumbs, goals! Lachlan Pascoe has half a dozen. Pascoe has 6. He had all the Golden Grove goals in the last quarter. And now in this one, he advances to 6. I predicted him for 4, and he's overdone that one.
So well done to Big Lenny Pascoe. Slots through his 6. Big thank you to our broadcast partners, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC, High 5 E-Bikes, Starfish, Archie's Jag Meatworks, and Kimberley Resorts. So back to the middle. Slater done a lot of heavy lifting in the middle. And rucks go at it. Bow into the ruck now. Some smart work by Theo.com. He goes straight up the chimney. Lovely punch by Giles. Goes in the direction of the first gamer there. In direction of Dobie. Can they hold on? Coming off the ground, needed to. McKenzie holds him up and a tackle will be a ball up. Just off the side of the goal square here. Starting to come in dark at Harper's Field and will become very chilly very shortly. Some smart work in the aerial contest. Brought to ground. Ripped out of there by Thatcher. Gets a slicer away from the contest. Goes in the direction of Verity. Goes back to Banwell. Great teamwork by those two. Banwell goes backwards to Pittman under enormous amount of pressure from Rahui. And ball goes off hands and out of play. It'll be a boundary throw in. About 55 from home for the Falcons.
So Golden Grove, 61 point lead. Slater and Bauer. Bauer taps to his advantage. No. Intercepted by Blades. He goes forward. Bouncing footy. Shenton comes. And goes through. He fumbles. Back out forward. And it's going to go out of bounds. And kicking in will be Kane Horskins. Haven't called much of his name this game. And he will advance long down the line. Pass goes in a one-on-one situation down in the forward 50. But Payneham clear. And it's a bit of a handball chain. Now they go inside. Giannini. He's there uncontested. Xanthopoulos arrived a bit late. Out on the wing. He does have Theodorakopoulos. He marks. And he'll go outside even more. Sparkle. Can he spark something for the Falcons? Inside. Good interception by Dobie. Chucked around. Glenn's there. He gets the tackle. Dodd now tackles. And run into a brick wall. And the umpire, the fans call for ball, but no. So it'll be a throw up. Centre square. Slater taps down to Giannini. Giannini quick to Blades. And now Pittman. Pittman outside. Good tackle. Dobie advances. Shenton tries to run into it but won't make it in time. Bouncing outside to the sheds on the far side.
So Nye with the free kick. Last possession out of bounds. He's got Giannini on short. Ignores that. Goes in the direction of Bauer. Oh, dangerous kick. Bauer's up to the occasion. So kick and a half from home. Bauer certainly had his moments and impact. Gets a little chip over to Sparkle. Hasn't been their worst. So Sparkle keen to get on with it. Long one down Main Street. Oh, couldn't take the mark there. Goal beckoning. Umpire's found a free kick for holding on. And it'll be a free kick there to Catalano. Who'll have the shot inside the square. I think the umpire, no, just outside the square. So he's going to put him on a 45-degree angle, but shelling peas here for Grant Catalano. Should have no problems with the distance or the angle and slot it through for a much-needed goal. And only the 4th goal for Payneham Norwood Union on the Kieran Who Gets a scoreboard. As the margin gets back to a comfortable 55 points, but still too far for the Falcons this afternoon.
As the clouds start to cover Harpers Field now, maybe the rain could income around this area. I did say around that 4:30 time, and it's 4:10 right here in Adelaide. It's going to be Slater and Bauer in the ruck. They're going to go at it once again. Bauer and Kelly have shared it 50-50 this game. So Slater and Bauer. Slater down. Cavallaro's around it. He gets hit and gets rewarded for it. So Cavallaro's down but gets up. He'll look for a handball. And he will go on to the skipper and Pittman, but doesn't. He kicks forward. Shenton bouncing Footy. And Payneham clear once again out of there for a defensive 50. Slater stands under it well. And he goes inboard. Dobie. So he might go forward a little bit and does. Lamb Simon. Pittman's coming around and he finds him. This is Glenn's around it. Glenn gets the run and jump. He can't get it though. Pascoe. There is no way. And sport over the line by Eli Roberts, and Golden Grove advance to 95 points on the day.
So Maxie Wagner do the kick-in duties, go straight up the middle, why wouldn't you? Goes in the direction his brother couldn't take the mark, good punch in the end by Giles. Quick to move that ball forward, goes in the direction of Kelly. Thatcher in juxtaposition 101. Dobie under enormous pressure now, just needs to hold his feet. Clever forwards goal there by Sparkle. And much deserved there by Sparkle. He's worked hard all day and gets some reward on the scoreboard for Kieran Hugetsu. So back in the lineup this week, Tyler Sparkle. He's given plenty of spark in and under in this contest and gets himself a nice goal. 60 games played for the Payneham Norwood Union Footy Club.
So we will throw it up back into the centre. And I think the scoreboard might be a little different down here at Harpers Field because I've only got 12 goals recorded and on the board it's showing 14. So it will be thrown up between Slater and Bauer. Slater claims front position, taps down. Who's going to get the first clearance? It will be Joseph Christanzi. We haven't called his name much today. They go fast, Golden Grove. Cavallaro on the lead. Cavallaro opts to play on. Down the line. Pascoe! No, gets spoiled. He's around the tackle though. And Josh Glenn will get the wrap up. 8 minutes into the final term. So Slater gets the run and jump. So he gets the hit out. McKelvey, handball, Pittman, Pascoe. And he'll gladly see it out of bounds. As the scoreboard has been updated. My 12 goals were right, so it's 89 to 39 going the way of Golden Grove. And this ball will be thrown in. Verity this time in the ruck. Bauer grabs it out and kicks it out. And it will go straight out of bounds. So this will go to the advantage of Horskins. And we know Horskins doesn't take his time with kicks, and he doesn't do that there once again. Cavallaro long. Where is Pascoe? The kick falls short for him. And marked. And then they'll go outside again, Payneham. Catalano. He's going to look to move it fast. And does. Goes central to Bauer.
So Bauer, truce enough, back position. Little chipper. Finds Catalano. Been busy. Oh, dangerous looking kick, but well executed in the end to Sparkle. Sparkle's got one on the 45. Little chiseler to Lewis. So Tommy Lewis, Central District's permit player in 2025, goes to Maxie Wagner. Wagner pops one over the top to Kleinig. So good build up here by Payneham Norwood Union. Haven't had much composed ball in hand. Long ball pumped inside forward 50 and out the back. Sensational mark to Sergeant Slater. So Slater quick to get on with it. Goes to Blades. Lovely mark. Goes to Catalano. Using their foot skills superbly. And off to the races is Xanthopoulos. Goes to Glenn. They're back to Cavallaro. Slices down the line in the direction of Pascoe. Will he get the run out the back? He does. The big man needs to hold on. Clever little snapper goes to the top of the square. Shenton out of position. Can go off the ground now. Shenton. Does he keep it in? Can he keep it in? Banwell goes one way. He's caught. This could come back with some interest. Bauer and Simon, fantastic duel in the air. They could be away here through McKenzie and Rahui.
So Rahui advances, forward 50, Haynes gets a run and jump. Good intercept mark, Thatcher. Aiden Thatcher. He'll run the switch game maybe, and yes. So outside the blades, he'll get a bouncing ball and it will favour him. Very short. Now they can go. Harble. He's fast and can run for days. Pascoe is there. Benwell fell short of him. Verity. Glenn can't smother. Mackenzie. Bouncing ball looks to the advantage of Kleinig, but no. Santopoulos backwards. Dobie. Goes backwards to Blades. Blades also sells some candy. Catalano. Janana over the head and then bombed out. Massive boot of Giles. And it'll be punched out of bounds. And Glenn could not reach it.
So plenty of free-flowing play, but as it's been the case for most of the day, turnover city here at Harpers Field. Been some awful execution in the skills department, but Goldgrove have done the damage, no doubt about that. Goes to Glenn, sells some candy, pumps it in, goes there in the direction of Pascoe. Oh, one out. Couldn't quite take the mark and a one-handed. Jeez, he's great there. Pascoe at ground level. Somehow scooped the tackler. Shenton trying to get rid of it. And it should come back because sitting right under that there is Joshua Hable. He plays on immediately, goes out to Blades out the back. Blades plays on. Goes down the line in the direction of Cavallaro. Ball movement has been quick. They go over the top, finds Buck. Kicked the goal in the opening term. So Buck too far out to score. Sorry, he's in the second term. And Glenn, the little one-hander, casual as you like, and he is within range with the man on the mark at 49 from home. So he's been busy all day. The former number 7 rookie draft pick in the AFL with Gold Coast, playing 5 games and also having a wonderful career in the SANFL with Central Districts and Norwood. So kicks from 52 and drifts to the left and will stay there, and we'll have a minor score. So McKieran who gets the scoreboard. 51-point margin favouring Golden Grove. We're in the 14-minute mark of this final term.
So Wagner will kick in and go long down the corridor. Giles punches, 2 Payneham men out the back, and there's a spare backman in Dobie. So he'll stay there after an elevated kick and another elevated kick. This time Harble marking. So Joshua Harble, Lining wanted him to play on and he didn't. Xanthopoulos did a 360 there like a ballerina. Outside now to a 1-on-1. Well done by Giles. But he holds the mark there. Wagner and over the top now to the advantage of Samuel Morris, who he's had some opportunities to kick some goals and now could remain at half of the scoreboard of Golden Grove as Slater's warming up after he came off a bit injured before, and he'll come back on the ground. Is back to the action. Samuel Norris enters the tracks. Right behind it. Coming back. Not enough. And a minor score now going the way of Morris. And now it'll be a kick in favouring Golden Grove.
So Thatcher to do the kick-in duties, given plenty of movement there from the goal square. Verity out the back, couldn't take the mark. Tommy Wagner, great work there by Buck, improvising. Shenton dishes off to Verity. It's got Pascoe on, not going to make the target. Pascoe goes with the one arm. Cavallaro, right foot snapper! Unfortunately through for a minor score.
I thought that went through for a goal, but turns out no. The umpire has the best view after all. The fans got a score view. Fortunately, it's not able in local footy. It's Barilla. Lots of corridor action today. Giles taps down. Cavallaro's on it. Xanthopoulos outside Pilkington. Short. Skipper. Goes through him. Bouncing footy. Pilkington with another tackle. Xanthopoulos can crumb. And high tackle going the way of Payneham All Union. Scrimgeour outside. And he's coming down! What a tackle! Shenton says sorry, no. Holding the ball. Pascoe for 7. Can he mark it? He does! Used his body amazingly. Can Lachlan Pascoe nails his 7th on the day to get 20 for the season? Lachlan Pascoe. I won't have any more room in the goals category for him after this one. He'll enter the tarmac and he'll line up for his 7th. Has 6 on the day currently. Lachlan Pascoe. The kick looks good. He has 7. Lachlan Pascoe has 7. And I have no more space in the goals category for him. He's kicked that many.
So Pascal amazingly kicking 7 goals out of the 13 tally, all coming in the second half. And Golden Grove have kicked 7 goals in the second half, all to Lenny Pascoe. Mind you, they've kicked 7 goals, 12. So they could have actually put them to the sword here, Golden Grove. It's probably the only real blemish on their game thus far.
He's kicked more than the Payneham Pete.
He certainly has. So big Lenny Pascoe's filled up the party bus in the second half, but back to the middle. Slater gets a push out of that contest. Umpire agrees and gives him the free kick. So Bauer is trying to mix it up and can't blame him. Slater goes out to Buck. Been impressive, Buck. Buck with a little slider down the line. Couldn't quite take it. Was Pilkington almost caught it in his lap. And surely the umpire cannot... I don't know how you give holding the ball for that situation, but it didn't look like Buck actually held the ball in. It was held to him, but the rules are the rules. He's got one on short. Instead, Barilla goes back. So he goes to Tommy Wagner. He's got one on short in Lewis. Ignores that target. Goes on the 45. Looking to play on there with Sanzo, and does. Just pumps it inside forward 50, looking for a tall target. Comes back with a bit of interest. Samuel Morris straight up the chimney. Tough one to mark. And an easy one in the end to Joshua Dobie.
So Dobie, long down the line. Sanzo pushed him under it. And Sanzo cannot recover. As we're 18 minutes in this final term. And Golden Grove will come away with the win and get 3-3 on their season. Lachlan Pascoe, 20 goals now. He has to be beating Anthony Hellebore unless he's having a miracle game down at Broadview. And scrummaging out, Cavallaro, now Sockers. And a little crow throw. Dodd, handball, Banwell, Cavallaro. Kicks over the top. Who's there? Pascoe, where is he? Here he is on the lead. Falling to the back. Goals! Pascoe has 8. And I'm sorry, but I have no room on the scoreboard for him. He's got 8. That's too much.
Amazingly, since half-time, St. Peter's back in the lead around the grounds for filming Footy and Sports Interactive. St. Peter's up by a goal against Ross Trevor at home. Golden Grove obviously doing the dishes here quite convincingly by 62. Sacred Heart up by 18 after being down in the second quarter. And Port District still out in front and head and shoulders above the rest with a 16-point margin over Glenunga. And Salisbury North up by 9 points against Broadview, but back to the middle. Slater and Bauer. Good tap by Slater. Bauer ends up winning the clearance, streams away, gives it everything, goes there in the direction of Kelly. Thatcher somehow gets to his feet. Geez, he's courageous, and ends up being ushered over the boundary line for a point.
So, about ending the time on of this game. 62 points in it. Globey will get it back. He's been strong down in defence. Giles on the lead. Morris couldn't reach him and he just looks fatigued. Can Pascoe slot maybe even 10? Well, that's the question. Bumping Dodd, and it'll be out of bounds. I've touched the ball off of the Dodd hands. Great touch by the umpire there, like just play some soccer games. About a young umpire on the boundary there. Young boundary umpires get a chance to lose, which is amazing for them. So Slater and Bauer down to Mackenzie. Scrapping ball. Xantha Paulus might get the crumb. Where's Pascoe? Cavallaro. And that's 25. Michael Cavallaro. After a dunk. We'll line up for his first. He deserves one on the day. He's had a cracker. Well, unlucky Pascoe. He'll probably overtake anyone else for the Archie's Thongs. Michael Cavallaro to make it 68. See it cleanly. Very clean. Michael Cavallaro. He adds one to his tally. And the fans give him a great clap, and he deserves it.
Well done to Cavallaro. He's been the thick of it all day and gets some reward for effort on the Kieran, who gets his scoreboard. Marching out to a game high, 68 points. And clinical in the end by Golden Grove. Question marks for the game whether they still had the cattle with quite a number of injuries. And with Payneham Norwood Union only going down by less than 3 goals last week, they were looking to break their duck, and it won't be today as Golden Grove may be back in the 5 pending results elsewhere. So some good work there, held up, and we'll have a repeat ball up as Buck holds up Barilla. Barilla's been amongst the best here for the Falcons this afternoon. Dodd in ruck against Kelly. Stolen by Glenn, almost thrown away. Pilkington goes to Glenn again. Wheels and deals. Goes to Simon. Done his role well today. Been clean. Pilkington sort of ruffling off with Dodd. Goes to Pascoe again. So the big Lennox, the Pascoe party bus is filling up. And could this be goal number 9? We might have to go and get the size 13s from the car because the pit dog might lose the thongs. So Pascoe looking straight down the camera. What a wonderful position on our broadcast side. Can Big Lenny Pascoe slot through goal number 9? Right behind him. Big man. Oh, he's got the wind assistant straight through the high diddle. And that's his 9th. And this has probably been the best half of football displayed by any footballer in Division 1 action this year, as the Big Lennox salutes for number 9 and goal 22 for the season.
God, 9.5. I've never seen that any level of footy in my 12-year life. As it'll be another throw up in the centre. And can Pascoe nail 10? That's the magical question. It can definitely happen if Golden Grove get a clearance. Dodd this time in the ruck. Taps down. But that could be on the ball. No. Tries to fend off. A ball up. Back in the centre circle. Fans are getting hyped up down here at Harper's Field.
Jeez, good work there by Buck getting into the grill there of Nunn.
Dodd down. Pilkington. Can Pascoe crumb? No, because Cavallaro will take a mark. And the fans want him to get it to Pascoe so he can nail his 10th. But that might, unfortunately for him, not happen. So Michael Cavallaro, we're right behind it. There's no one even on the mark. So he can literally just run all he wants. Now, Mackenzie will take it. So Michael Cavallaro, for his second of the quarter. The wind helps him out and slots him his second. And Golden Grove will come away with a win comfortably. 80 points to margin right now. And this is a great game for Golden Grove.
Absolutely obliterated Payneham Norwood Union on their home deck this afternoon. 16 points at quarter time, 24 at the main break, and 56 as we headed for home. out to a whopping 80-point margin. This has been obliteration in the second half, with Pascoe kicking 9 and Cavallaro kicking 2. And all the big stars have stepped up. The Pittman, Joshy Glenn, there's been lots of them. And there's been a ruck infringement. We'll go to Dodd. Glenn will come around, wind on that left boot. Good that he didn't. So Dodd goes in Verity direction. Geez, that's a fantastic mark. A real chiseler.
Now where's Pascoe?
So Pascoe, will he be looking for the lead? Looks like they've both turned their backs on each other. Verity within range. Looks as though that wind has really dropped down and having less of an impact. Definitely increased the accuracy and efficiency of Lachlan Pascoe in this last quarter. But Verity, he lines up for his first. Deliberate approach, allows for the win. Geez, it swings and ends up going straight through the middle of the points for a minor score. 81 points the margin for Kieran, who gets it.
So, kicking in now. Pascoe will want his 10th. Is very eager for it. So, kicking in now. They go straight down the corridor once again, this time a bit out of the far side. Going through the hands of multiple people, holding onto the jumper. Well done by Giles. Tap down, and it's a holding free kick. And Golden Grove could have been on. But nonetheless, I reckon this could be another 30-plus minute quarter. 6 goals kicked in this term. Or sorry, 8 goals, if you include Payneham as well. Intercepted, touchdown. Dobie's around it. He taps it out of bounds.
So petrol tickets are being cashed in here at Harpers Field. And you think there's not much time left, although they have kicked a stack of goals, as young Alex Kuta-Monofides mentioned. 8 goals in this term. 6 in favour of the home team. Comes out the back, Wagner. Tried his best, but geez, he's been up against it. Some strong tackling. He'll have a repeat ball up. So only moments away from the siren. And Payneham Nord Junior, we wonder where they go from here. They've still got plenty of points to play with, so they can get some recruits in. Maybe looking at the June 29 transfer, when all clearances need to be made during the mid-season. And there it is, there's the siren. And what a convincing display by Golden Grove. Their best win in Division 1 company, one would feel. They've been back in Division 1 or for the first time last year. And this has been their most convincing and comprehensive victory in Division 1 company, and a well-deserved victory. 37 scoring shots to 16. Tells you a very clear tale, and an 81-point whopping margin. Alex Coots, let's go through the goal kickers, please, for Filming Footy and Sports Interactive.
So for Golden Grove, the big Lenny Pascoe with 9, Mitchell McKelvey with 3, Michael Cavallaro with 2, Josh Buck with 1, same as Dylan Pilkington and Cameron Shenton. And for Payneham Nord Union, Tom Wagner with 2, Tyler Sparker with 1, and Mackenzie Bell with 1 as well.
Okay, big thank you to Filming Footy Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom ORTC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatworks, Kimberley Resorts, Farmers Leap Winery, Hathaway, and Born to Build. So big thank you to all our sponsors. It's going to be very tough to give the 3. I think we almost have to give a thong to the Pit Dog and almost one to Lenny Pascoe. It's going to be tough to mention that. We won't mention on air who gets the 3. Who gets the 3-2-1. We can mention the 3. Alex Coots, I'm going to let you select the player this afternoon who you are going to judge for Best on Field, who will receive the Archies and the $50 Midway Tavern Pub Hotel voucher.
Well, for my best player votes each quarter, Jake Pittman has the more, but that Lachlan Pascoe's second half, that was just outstanding. 9 goals. You can't go past him getting the thongs. So it'll be Lachlan Pascoe getting the thongs, with a very close behind being Jake Pittman. So
for the Jag Meatworks, who jagged the snag of the day, that was also Lenny Pascoe, who kicked an absolute blinder in the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. So he'll take home the $50 voucher to the Midway Tavern. He'll also get the Jag Meatworks 1 kilo of gourmet snags, and he'll have to get a pair of Archies. I might have to go back to the car and get the size 13s, because he's not going to fit in Jake Pittman's size 10s, but scintillating display. This could really launch the second half of the season for Golden Grove, but commiserations to Payneham Norwood Union. They've been up against it, they've battled away, they haven't been too far away, but still 0-6 after making a prelim last year. They'd be pretty disappointed with their efforts, but green shoots for them. But Golden Grove, great to see them in the winner's circle.
Absolutely is, yeah. As I mentioned before, Lachlan Pascoe and Jacob Pittman leading the team very comfortably. Mitchell Slater played amazing in the ruck. Mitchell McKelvey had 3 in the first term. I thought he could have been one who was going to be a high goal scorer. Ryan Xanthopoulos, lethal down in that back line. Nicholas Collins debuted and had a ripping first half. And for Payneham Norwood Union, Nicholas Kelly doing great work in the ruck. Tom Wagner, his best form like normal. Matt Haynes did well all across the game, kept his consistency. Tyler Sparkle and Max Wagner kept it down in that half-back area. And then Mackenzie Bauer also doing amazing work in the ruck, with Brad McKenzie being a nice role player for them as well.
Well wrapped up there, Alex Coots. We might just take a bit of vision there of the Golden Grove Footy Club. They'd be delighted. So would Luke Barmy, the coach. He had a huge winning track record before joining the Division 1 company and making finals in their first year. They would have been pretty happy with that. Lost a few key players in the off-season, but they're looking pretty good at the moment, Golden Grove, for a second consecutive run into finals September action. But they're going to let the Payneham Norwood Union Falcons off first. Or are they? Bit of a stalemate. Thank you once again to all our sponsors. Been a magnificent game here for round 6 action. The Pascoe party bus is full. And that is the exclamation statement as Golden Grove get home by 81 at the home deck at Harpers Field. We'll bring back all the action next week, round 7. We'll see you soon.